welcome to What Culture Gaming. I'm Josh, joined today by Rage, because although E3 week is tragically over, the news just doesn't stop coming, because in an interview with IGN, the director of FromSoftware, Hidetaka Miyazaki,
Nailed it.
It talked a bit about the future of the Soul series and Bloodborne because they get, wrapped together. And apparently he's not finished with it quite yet, like we all thought after the end of Dark Souls 3.
I mean, we saw Sekiro and Deracing and we thought, okay, yeah, they're doing something a little different. Yeah. Trying VR, Sekiro is going to be offline. So no multiplayer and no character customization. So we thought, they're done with Souls, they're moving on, but...
Because, like you said, Sekiro, yes, I keep going to mispronounce that. Sekiro. I don't know. I can't even pronounce my own name. Either way, that game has shades of Bloodborne in it, I would argue.
Yeah, we all thought it was going to be Bloodborne 2.
Yes,
with the teaser. Oh. I was really, really disappointed. I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but Bloodborne is my bae. It's Bayborn.
I would argue it's potentially, of that type of game, the best one, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know.
I get, palpitations when people ask me if I like Dark Souls or Bloodborne better. I just shut down. Don't ask me.
Either way, yeah. a new Bloodborne could be in, not in development, but the future of it is bright. I don't think Sony would just give away this sort of franchise
not
easily.
At all, so.
And obviously, FromSoftware weren't the only developers working on that game. They had help from Japan Studios, who also worked on the original Demon's Souls, so they could maybe take the lead on that, but I doubt Miyazaki would want to sort of move away. Like he said, he said in this interview that the reason he wants to try new things at this moment, which is going down the VR path, is not necessarily just to get away from the types of games he's used to, but to engage with this new technology, because obviously you wouldn't peg FromSoftware to make a sort of VR game, and I guess they're just sort of in an experimental phase.
It's going to be good. I'm excited. Yeah, I'll check it out.
That said, even the VR game looks a bit Bloodborne-esque. I know there were a lot of people saying that in the trailer, they saw the Church of Yharnam and stuff, or allegedly. I don't know if that's going to fit into that universe.
I kind of saw a little bit of Please Don't Get Triggered. I saw a little bit of Edith Finch in Deracing. I know you had thoughts on that.
I love Edith Finch.
But I saw a bit of that, and I saw a bit crossed with Bloodborne, so I was like, I'm interested. Sekiro, I just kind of was like, oh, well, we've kind of had Neo, so I wasn't I could have been more excited.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. Because I thought it genuinely did have a lot of shades of Souls. And I said, the Bloodborne combat, the way the weapons seem to flip out and have
that
the two type of thing. But it's obviously a very different game. They're going down a more story-driven path, which is interesting because obviously the abstract, opaque narratives of kind of Dark Souls and Bloodborne are one of the driving factors of
Not everyone likes that.
And again, not everyone likes it. And it's interesting how, because let's face it, although Dark Souls is a huge mainstream success, it had no right to be this big. When the first one came out, it had its audience, and it's only really blown up
Demon's Souls,
in the past few years. Exactly, like the Demon's Souls as well. That Sony essentially dropped it and were no, you can do it, and I bet they're kicking themselves now. But to see FromSoftware sort of go down a more mainstream route, try to get probably a wider audience of people who found Dark Souls, Bloodborne a bit difficult to get into, which is fair enough. I think they're allowed to do that after having so long working on this one franchise. They can cut them some slack. They can break out and try a more mainstream approach.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Very true.
Basically, we do have Miyazaki said in an interview that they're taking a break. So we might see Bloodborne 2 yet. We might see Dark Souls 4. I don't think Dark Souls 4 is very likely.
No, I don't think so either. I would. They could come back around and maybe do even though the original Dark Souls was pretty much Demon's Souls 2. I think if they came back around with Demon's Souls 2, people would lose their minds.
Actually, that's not a bad shout. You never know. I still think it's going to be Bloodborne 2 because, like you said, it was a really popular game. They've only made one. They're not going to let it go there.
Yeah.
They did say near the end of development of Dark Souls 3 that would be the last Dark Souls.
Yes.
So I'd be very surprised if it was Dark Souls 4. But they're learning, Unreal Engine 4?
Yeah.
So can you imagine Dark Souls?
I mean, there are screenshots and stuff of Dark Souls 3 rebuilt in Unreal 4, and it just looks absolutely lush, which is exciting.
Great,
I think even though they're taking a break, I wouldn't expect to see one for a little while yet. They do have their hands full, and we've seen when Miyazaki hasn't had a hands-on approach with Souls before.
We've seen what happens there.
And it's not terrible, but you kind of want him driving it. You want him to be passionate about it. So if he gets to take a break and then come back later, That's awesome. That's
We're
awesome
cool with that. We're
cool with
more
that.
than cool with that. Very
I'm
excited.
really excited for the future of this franchise, and you know everything else From has got cooking up. Potentially a new Armored Core game. Fingers crossed. As always, I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. You've been watching What Culture Gaming. I've been Josh,
And I have been Rach.
and we'll see you soon.
Have an awesome day.
Bye.